Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So in today's video is the most frequently asked question about quarantine protocols. Is there really no quarantine for a particular traveler coming from a particular country going to the Philippines? So let's answer that. Details coming right up.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
So when the IATF releases new guidelines and protocols for a particular period of time, there are travelers who gets confused because there is this color coding for countries that belongs to the green list, belongs to the yellow list, and that belongs to the red list. And those particular categories comes with different quarantine guidelines. For example, in green list, they have a different quarantine protocol. For yellow list, they have a different quarantine protocol. And for red list, they also have a different quarantine protocol. So in this video, I am going to explain to you guys that it's really true that there is no quarantine for particular travelers coming from these countries. And these countries belongs to the green list. So I will be showing you guys some visuals to understand this better and demonstrate to you guys that there is really no quarantine for fully vaccinated travelers coming from green list countries. So let's proceed. So for fully vaccinated travelers to the Philippines, first are foreign nationals. For foreign nationals coming from green list countries, foreign nationals, when I say foreign nationals, these are foreign nationals with valid and existing visa. Unfortunately, those that don't have valid and existing visa will not be allowed entry into the Philippines. For this particular traveler, they need a negative RT-PCR test taken 72 hours before departure. So this is all they need. When they arrive in the Philippines, they show this negative RT-PCR test result and they go straight home, no quarantine. For Filipino citizens, there's two options. If you're going to do the negative RT-PCR test result 72 hours before departure, you go straight home. If you don't do that, you will quarantine. Quarantine is required until negative RT-PCR test is released, which usually within 24 hours. So Filipino citizens, these are Filipinos who are residing abroad, permanent resident of a particular country. These are dual citizens, overseas Filipino workers. So as long as you are coming from the green list countries, then you will have no quarantine. But like I said, if you don't want to undergo swab testing before you depart, then quarantine will be required only until your RT-PCR test result is released, and this should be negative. So I hope we are clear on that. So now, not everybody are in favor to be vaccinated. What happened to those travelers who are unvaccinated but they are coming in from the green list countries? These are your quarantine protocols. For foreign nationals, you will have to quarantine. Quarantine is required for at least 6 days. So you will have to pre-book a quarantine hotel for you to be staying in because this is required for unvaccinated. Until the release of negative RT-PCR test result taken on the 5th day from arrival. So when you arrived in the Philippines, you go straight to your hotel. Then you will be swabbed on the 5th day. When the result is in and it turns out negative, you can go home. And this is the same process for Filipino citizens who are unvaccinated. Quarantine is still required until the release of negative RT-PCR test result taken on the 5th day from arrival. So unfortunately, just because you are coming from the green list countries are supposed to be the low risk countries of COVID-19. So that will not really exempt you from not undergoing quarantine if you're unvaccinated, vaccinated. No questions asked if you are fully vaccinated. Because if you are fully vaccinated, zero. No quarantine. All you need is a negative RT-PCR test result taken 72 hours before departure. But for unvaccinated, quarantine will be required. I also get these questions a lot. I am from the green list. I am fully vaccinated. Can I enter the Philippines? I am a foreign tourist. Unfortunately, the answer to that is no. Green list still applies the permitted travelers to the Philippines, those who are allowed to enter. So, even though you are from the green list, for example, you are from Hong Kong, you're a foreigner, you are fully vaccinated, so you really qualify on that requirements that they posted. But unfortunately, because of the travel restrictions to the Philippines, only permitted travelers can benefit. So who are the permitted travelers that can benefit from this? First are Filipino citizens. This also includes dual citizens. Second are former Filipinos or balikbayans. These are Filipinos who went abroad, have naturalized, but did not apply for dual citizenship. The last one is foreign nationals with valid and existing visa. These visas are 9A visa, 13A visa, and SRRV visa. So those permitted travelers that I have just read, if you are coming from the green list countries, fully vaccinated, then there will be no quarantine for you or zero quarantine for you. But if you are unvaccinated and one of those permitted travelers to the Philippines, unfortunately, quarantine is required. So I know you guys get curious, what are these green list countries? There are 46 green list countries from the recent resolution posted by the IATF. So these are the list of countries from green list. So I hope from this video, I have explained the details on who can benefit from no quarantine, fully vaccinated, permitted travelers coming from the green list. I hope those questions that been asked several times in the channel has now been answered, because some are still in doubt. Now, hey, there is still quarantine. There is still quarantine. The quarantine was never removed. But there are certain travelers, there are certain rules, there are certain countries that could benefit no quarantine or zero quarantine. And these are travelers, permitted travelers from green list who are fully vaccinated. So our next video will be for travelers, permitted travelers coming from the yellow list that will have to undergo 10 days quarantine. So please keep an eye on that video. I will be explaining the same thing like we did for green list. That way, our fellow kababayans, fellow foreign nationals will understand the quarantine protocols in the Philippines that is effective since November 1 until November 15. So thank you so much guys for watching. Please like and share this video with your friends and family. It will really help out our channel. And if you are new to our channel, my name is Addie. We do travel updates, immigration updates, and any travel related updates in the Philippines, in the States, and in neighboring Asian countries. If you are interested in those, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified every time we have new uploads. And to our subscribers and to those who have just subscribed to our channel, I thank you all so much for the continued support and trust to our channel, the Eaton Squad. I hope to see you guys on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.